That Texas dildo law, I thought that was well documented. I thought that was old news. I just think it's funny.
It is old news, and I think a lot of people, I think it got glossed over. I know we talked about it on this show at one point, but I don't think a lot of people were aware of it.
Alan, so in Texas, they regulate not only what can come out of your vagina, but also what you can put into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the amount that you can put into it.
Well, how many?
In a nutshell, if you will. There it is. Texas dildo law. Soon to be a major motion picture, I assume. Let me get you a message here. So people like to send us messages on the talkback button on the iHeartRadio app.
Another struggle city with Alan Cox. Dude, why do you let Mary and Bill take over every single day and you just sit in the background? You get paid to do nothing because they just take over every single day about their random crap. Their random crap. I wish I could say the S word, but I'm not allowed to say that, so. You're trash, you're trash, you're trash, you're trash, you're trash, you're trash, haha, trash.
Feeling like any of us.
What did we take over?
Huh?
What did we take over?
Well, I'm trash. I'm getting paid to do nothing. And I guess you guys take over. I mean, if I'm not doing anything, somebody's got to take over.
Yeah, right? And you sit quietly. What else
I try to sit quietly because I'm trash. Trash doesn't make noise. Your boyfriend will tell you this. Trash does not make noise.
Stinky.
Don't take over.
Yeah.
Stinky, but you
Stop taking over. I'm trying to sit here and get paid for nothing.
I feel like we haven't. I mean, some days we'll butt in. I feel like today's been a pretty even day.
I like the talkback button, but here's what I'll say. Some people will leave, because I think the talkback button limits you to 30 seconds. So economically, I like that some people can get stuff in quickly, but there are other people that will leave messages that are completely without context. And I'm like, you got to call the after hours line and give me some more information.
Right.
Because somebody left me, where's another one that somebody left? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
This guy seems like he's pretty unhappy.
Alan, you're a moron. Bill Gates is the biggest owner of private farmland in America now.
Yeah, like that. What? We were talking about Bill Gates yesterday, but what does that have to do with anything?
We're talking
about him being the center of conspiracy theorists when it comes to the vaccine and things. So if I'm like, how did Bill Gates get to be, just because he's a computer nerd, what is him being the single greatest owner of farmland? Like, I know that. That's documented too. What does that have to do with anything? It's these lack of context messages people will leave. So because you got to leave me more info. Huh?
Because he owns the most farmland, that means the conspiracies against him are true?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's a pretty solid line of logic.
Some people will leave messages on the talkback. It'll be like, bing, bang, boom, got it, thank you, right? Yeah. And other people will spit something out. I'm like, man, I want to know more about this. You got to give me more to work with, though.
Well, I just don't want to take over, as Mary and I tend to do as we all talk about our lives and share our opinions on this show. You know, it's important that we don't take over.
Listen, I'm trash.
We're all trash.
And that guy wants you to know.
We're all trash. That's why we're here together.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Also, if that's how he feels, I mean, keep listening, bud.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. Thank you for listening. I don't care how you. Yeah, I don't care how you think.
He's gonna keep listening because he actually likes us a lot.
I don't know. What do I know? But there it is. Nothing.
You're trash, but so are all of us.
You're trash. We're all trash.
Duh. Been trash.
Been trash.
I've been trash.
Yeah. Well, that's okay too. But you can't always leave us messages there, and that's going to be fine. Hey, who had? And I haven't started Stranger Things yet, but who had? Former Nazi concentration camp is now an Airbnb on their 2022 bingo card.
Amen.
Did anyone have that?
You're not allowed to play.
Well, I imagine
it's gambling.
It's gambling, Mary.
Damn it.
Quit
it with this.
Take the evil out of it. I imagine it would be pretty interesting.
Alan, take the evil out of the concentration
honestly,
camps, please.
It would be something interesting.
Genocide aside.
No, I'm from a historical standpoint. It would be something interesting to explore. People go to Auschwitz not to like, wow, look at this, I'm in Auschwitz. They go to study and make sure history doesn't repeat itself.
No, people are dummies are taking selfies there and stuff. People have
but those people are dummies. Not everyone's doing that.
I know, but what I'm saying is the further you get away from a major historical event, the less it's going to mean to you. That's just part of life. But there are some things for anyone living through this time that are so overwhelmingly relevant that, like, you know, that's why I'm always amazed when my older kids were younger and they didn't know who Osama bin Laden was. It wasn't in civics class, it wasn't in history class, whatever. They filmed part of the new season of Stranger Things in a prison in Lithuania. I don't know if that's where Jim Hopper is being held or whatever. But the prison back in the day was used by the Gestapo as a concentration camp. So they're taking this prison that was a Nazi concentration camp, and it's an Airbnb now.
Whoa.
The Lukiskis prison is offering a dream rental for diehard fans of Stranger Things. I love it. Airbnb.
You got to know that place is haunted, right?
Dude.
Haunting's not real.
But just the bad mojo there.
There's a lot of bad mojo.
I mean,
I wouldn't stay in a hospital. I don't like people have died there.
It was a functioning prison until 2 years ago.
No, thank you. Well, that's like when they do the overnights at Shawshank. What's the
Mansfield Reformatory.
Yeah, when they're like, come sleep
we were
here.
supposed to do one.
Well, they go
were
there
set
to do the
one, and then Erica flipped their shrimp.
Well, we were there for a while, though. We were there most of the
20
night.
minutes.
Erica got really scared, and that's why you guys left?
Yes.
That's not the story she
That's
told
also
me.
boring.
They had. Well, we weren't there to be entertained. It was pitch black, and the story was going to be that we spent the night. It was a bit, but that was the bit. We're going to spend the night at the Mansfield Reformatory in the dark.
Dude, that's cool.
No,
she
it isn't.
blew her lid.
She didn't tell me. She said she got scared. She didn't tell me that you guys were supposed to stay the night. She said you guys left early.
Yeah, after 20 minutes. Because Bill and I were trolling her, though, too.
Oh,
well, yeah, then
It was
fine.
dark, we're like,
If you guys did that to me, I'd lose my mind too.
Yeah, that's not
why?
fun.
You know it's us.
I don't.
Oh, our voices are coming out of our heads.
No. We're in a different cell. Could be a ghost or a murderer.
A ghost.
And weren't you guys filming
Murdering
everything?
ghosts.
Ghost murderer. No, we didn't have anybody in there for that part.
You know that ghosts could be anywhere, right? You don't have to be in a prison basement for there to be a ghost.
Yeah, but I don't fully
could be in
understand the rules of ghosts.
You could be in the parking lot waiting to get in, and there could be a ghost breathing on your neck.
Neither do
be.
I, because people always seem to be changing the rules about what ghosts are and how they
right.
interact with
I haven't done
people.
enough research.
Like daytime vampires. Everybody's playing around.
It might be. I'm just saying it's more likely for there to be a haunting where people have died.
We were talking about Ricky Gervais earlier in the show. Mary and I are bigger fans than Bill.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the line where they were like, "Why don't?" Because he's famously an atheist. Why don't you pray just in case? He's like, "Why don't you hang garlic on your door in case there's vampires?"
When he said that, I was like, it wouldn't hurt. And then I realized,
You know, I'm gonna start nailing some garlic.
He's
Yeah,
just
why
in
garlic?
cahoots with big garlic to sell more garlic.
Yeah, that could be.
how stupid I am. Where I'm like, man, I'm on a slippery slope. That if I decided I wanted to start believing in that kind of stuff, I could be like, but just in case.
But also, what's the origin of garlic and vampires? Does anybody know that offhand?
They're not Italian, I think. That's the big thing.
Hey, I'm a Dracula.
Hey, I don't like a garlic.
Garlic and vampires. I wonder, you know, like cilantro, half the population already doesn't like cilantro as it is. That makes sense. Garlic, it's good for you.
Maybe it's a taste thing. It's too spicy.
Some European beliefs around vampires stated that they were created by a disease of the blood, so a powerful antibiotic would kill a vampire, and garlic has a chemical compound, allicin, inside the garlic, so that might be it.
Oh,
Garlic is antibiotics, is what I got out of that.
Well, but porphyria is an actual condition that I think led to...
What is porphyria?
Porphyria is like when you have something... It is a blood disease where like you're iron deficient or something, I think. And that became, through rumor and things like that, people drinking blood. I think that's the origin of the vampire thing is, and so there's like, modern day porphyriacs or whatever, like, I drink blood. But, it comes from, I think, a blood disorder, the legend of the vampire.
People who suffer from porphyria have an intolerance to foods that have a high sulfur content, such as garlic.
Well, there you go.
Well, there it is then. So it's not because they aren't Italian.
It's not because it's holy garlic either.
Yeah. It's me, Dracula. Yeah.
Garlic's good.
I asked my boyfriend the other day, I was cooking something, I asked him to bring home garlic, and he brought home 5 bulbs of garlic. I was like, what do you expect?
What did you want him to do?
A full bulb? He brought home 5.
Oh, 5 full bulbs.
Full bulbs,
not
a
clove.
See. Yeah. He was like, I didn't know how much. I was like, we will never use this much garlic. This is
considering
ridiculous.
how cheap.
Or conversely, we're going to be eating garlic in foods for the rest of your life.
I've been putting it in everything. Everything I cook gets 1 to 2 cloves of garlic now because I'm like, we got to get rid of this stuff.
Hey, your garlic ice cream's ready, honey.
He doesn't cook though, so I mean, I guess I should have been more specific, but. There's a lot of garlic. Maybe he's the vampire. He's afraid of vampires. Keeping garlic in the
Maybe
house.
he is. Your boyfriend, though, sounds too pragmatic to have any. You'll find some people who are pretty rational and pragmatic who might have 1 or 2 things that they believe in. Mm-hmm. But he's probably not with you on the ghost stuff.
No, he's not with me on any of it.
Yeah.
He likes watching ghost shows with me to watch me watch ghost shows. And then he just makes fun of me the whole time. And then I get really upset. I'll be like ready to go to bed and I can't sleep. He's like, dude, are you kidding? Like, why do you do this to yourself? You know it's fake. I'm like, it's not fake.
It's still real to me, damn it.
In the house. No, he's way too pragmatic to be into any of that.
Huh.
But yeah, five bulbs. So if you guys want some garlic, I'll bring you some. If anybody needs some to keep off the vampires. We can hang them above
Bring me a bulb of garlic. I'll use it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I still got 4 left.
How much is a bulb of garlic?
It's like $1, but he bought it came in like a little
in the
net.
netting.
Yeah, he bought the whole net.
Yeah.
And it just made me laugh because I was like, oh, clearly you don't cook.
But it keeps.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go bad,
It'll
right?
keep.
But it's going to take me 2 years to use all that.
It's good for you, though.
I'm grilling a lot, so I'll use it. Yeah.
Here you go. You ever grill the garlic where you cut the top off and then put it on the grill and then you can squeeze it out? It almost liquefies.
Oh no! But
In
I'll
the
try
pan,
it.
Oh, God,
like in
it's
Goodfellas?
so good. Yeah. No, yeah, you just literally put the whole bulb in there and then cut the top off.
Like you just explained.
Yeah, and then you can squeeze it. Oh, God.
What?
Maybe
She
I am
mansplained
annoying.
it.
I mansplained it.
Uh-huh.
She explained how to do it, and then she said the exact same thing again.
Sorry, I'm taking over.
Hey, listen. It depends on what you're taking over with. If you're taking over with a tutorial on garlic preparation, who could get mad at that?
I bet that guy.
Well, that guy sounds like he gets mad at a lot of things.
He's got some other things going on.
He's got some things to work out that have nothing to do with us. Mm-hmm. He's taking it out on us. That's completely fine. This is a free exchange of ideas here.
Once it's mushy like that, you put it in butter with some herbs and then put it on toast.
534. Nevertheless.
Oh, come on.
And that one was a stretch.
It could work for something. Once it's mushy like that.
Message off the After Hours line, 216-986-8903.
Hi, Alan. You were talking last segment about super duper chatty Cathy's that you're just trying to keep things surface level. My question for you, and I guess this is me asking for, what do you do when you have somebody that just decides to get casually racist? An example, order takeout, my husband put it through an app, and the delivery driver comes, shows up, probably like a very old Gen Xer, early baby boomer. I'm not quite sure. I just know that the dude was old. My husband was in the shower. Keep it surface level, ask the guy, oh, hey, do I have to write a tip, or did my husband already put a tip on the order already to have it go through on the card? And the delivery driver starts to get casually racist about the demographics that do and don't tip, and I still have no idea how I should have gone out of getting out of that conversation other than just going, okay, take care, have a good day, bye, and just walking back in the house. If you have any advice, please,
Okay. So what the implication is that the delivery driver was like, if you were black, you wouldn't tip? I wasn't quite sure what she was getting at there.
I think that's what she was getting at. Was
okay.
That she asked if her husband had already pre-tipped on the app, and that led the delivery driver to go, well, if you were black, I knew you wouldn't tip, or if you're Hispanic, whatever.
What a weird thing to say when you're delivering food to somebody.
When it's a simple yes or no question, you could just say, no, he hasn't, or yes, he has. Yeah.
Huh. Well, you know, a lot restaurants are pointing out that they are adding a lot of fees to things now. They're adding like, you know, God, what was it called? I saw a picture of someone's receipt. It said like, not pandemic, inflation fee.
Inflation fee, kitchen fee.
Kitchen appreciation fee.
There's another one.
Wellness fee, all these other things. And it's like, we went to this place when we were in Chicago over the weekend, went to this place called JoJo's Shake. JoJo's Shake Bar. And it's right downtown, and it's one of these places where they've got these crazy shakes. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to try it out because we're always like, you know. And so these are like $16 shakes.
Right.
But like mine comes with a giant chocolate-covered marshmallow in it and a giant chocolate chip cookie, and there's other stuff. So you get this giant thing, right?
Which is something you love. He loves large amounts
of
food.
Sweets. I feel like he's in for it.
I didn't even remotely finish the thing, but I wanted to try the place. Yeah. Right? We were interested in it, and usually.
Did you ask if they had a smaller size?
I did not. No.
Maybe a smaller, crazy.
No, maybe fun for our kid. And whatever. Yeah. But and it was warm out, so it's basically outdoor and whatever. And when she brings the check, she mentions that the 18% is automatically added.
The gratuity.
And I'm like, well, I would have tipped you more than 20, so you're kind of playing yourself. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't sure why they even did that.
To make sure that they get tipped.
Because there's a lot of people that
we were a group
aren't.
Right, but like we weren't a party. A lot of places are like parties of 6 or more, automatic gratuity.
Some places do automatic gratuity, doesn't matter how, one person. You go eat lunch alone, there's automatically 18%.
I am unfamiliar with that, boy.
It's all, I mean,
is that a recent development because restaurants are trying to keep their head above water, or what?
I mean, it's establishment to establishment. There's some place, and there's other places like bars where if you leave your tab open at the end of the night, they charge 30%.
I was going to say,
well, no, I know
30% tip
I know
automatically
that.
added. You know,
I got that, but I mean, for them to go again. My point is, I was like, I would have tipped you more than 20.
Did you add on top of it, or you just left it at 18?
Because you're annoyed. Well. I wasn't really annoyed. I was surprised. Yeah. I was like, there was nothing anywhere on. A lot of times on the menu, it'll say, "Hey, we add tip automatically." Cool. But I'm like, A, why 18%? Seems weird. B,
I think it's enough that
there were 3 of us in here. It wasn't like,
It's more than 15%, but not 20. So people are like not necessarily going to complain about it.
I just thought it was strange.
If you want to leave a couple extra bucks, you can, but you're not stiffing them with a 10%.
Yeah,
tip.
no, I wasn't going to tip on top of that.
Yeah.
Did anyone have to take like a etiquette class in school?
What do you mean?
Was this part of your oceans class?
No, this was in middle school when I was in orchestra. My teacher, she said, when we travel and we go overseas, I don't want to be embarrassed, so you guys are going to take an etiquette class. And we learned about like tipping. We learned about like where you
they
put
don't tip in Europe.
But she said we travel all over, like not just in Europe, but.
We watched a video called "Manners for Missionaries."
Yeah,
that counts.
It's being it's basically just basic dinner manners for when you're a missionary and you're eating at all these Mormon members' houses.
Yeah, we had to like stand up whenever a woman gets up to go to the bathroom. I'm like, man, this is tiring. There's like a bunch of y'all bitches. So it was.
That's why they all go together. Last standing for the men.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that.
I never had to take an etiquette class, no.
Yeah, we can tell.
Duh.
I still remember that napkin song. That was ridiculous.
Let's hear the napkin song.
Hear the napkin song. No one knows what you're talking about.
Do you remember Tippy Canoe and Tyler too?
No.
Do your napkin song.
Go ahead.
If you're sitting down at dinner and you want to be a winner, don't leave the napkin sitting in your lap.
Where do we clap? Oh.
If you're sitting down to eat and you want to be real neat, learn the golden rule.
Oh, it's diarrhea when you're sliding into home. And,
But this is about napkins.
Better
you need a
not
napkin
to
if you get
drool.
diarrhea.
Don't be a fool. Your napkin is a tool. Dab and pat, dab and pat, dab and pat.
Dab and Pat used to do mornings on that sports radio in Boston.
I've never heard that. No, I didn't need a song to teach about a napkin.
Hearing that now, and they're just like, "Yeah, dab."
Well, listen, you learned something new. Now who's trash? Message lever.
Yeah, Dab and Pat over here.
Dab and Pat.
He's got
mornings on the ticket. I got a break. If you want to text for something, 35192 to do that. Alan Cox